Tymashuk from Ukraine, Liu from China, Rutkowska from Poland, Gavrilova from Russia, Brown from the USA, Sintra from Brazil, and Walk from Poland. Joining me in the commentary booth today is Simon Kent. Simon, as we see the athletes make their way out into the arena now, who are the athletes to watch tonight?
Well, evening, Tim. There is a clear standout here. Liu from China, with an entry total that is a good 17 kilos above her nearest rival, and an opening snatch of 97, which is 12 kilos more than the Ukrainian lifter Tymashuk.
She's also the world record holder in the junior snatch with a lift of 104 kilos. So we saw a world record go in the men's 73 kilograms tonight when Clarence Cummins bettered his own mark by 1 kilo to 192. Could we see the same thing here?
Quite conceivably, and the Chinese women have been outstanding. We saw them win the 49 and the 55 kilo class, so I wouldn't back against a trifecta here.
Well, we see the athletes coming out onto the platform, and we'll pause here while our Master of Ceremonies, Richard Mason, introduces the 9 athletes in this women's 59 kilogram A.
Representing Tunisia, Shaima Ramouni. Representing Turkey, Asamoah Shami. Representing Ukraine, Maria Tymashuk. Representing People's Republic of China, Lao Xiaoming. Representing Poland, Paulina Rutkowski. Representing Russia, Valentina Gavrilova. Representing United States of America, Peyton Brown. Representing Brazil, Nicole Sintra. Representing Poland, Victoria Volk. These are the athletes in the women's 59 kilo Group A session.
So as the athletes leave the platform, we'll look ahead to the competition. Now we've clearly got a standout here with Luol, and she seems to be daylight between the next athletes, but we've seen Clarence go in as the world record holder in the away in the final session of day 3 here at the World Junior Weightlifting Championships, coming to you live on Fiji TV and streaming on the World Wide Web. We're broadcasting from the National Gymnasium here in Suva, and taking the platform to get us underway in the snatch is Valentina Gavrilova from Russia, 75 kilos on the bar. She's carried that backroom form out to the front platform, and she gets proceedings underway for the night with a successful lift.
Yeah, that was a nice strong opener. She'll be happy with that. Coaches will be pleased.
This will be Paulina Rutkowska. Rutkowska, first attempt. Volk, Poland, next.
Yeah, she's strong, nicely overhead. Good push up there, Rutkowska, Paulina Rutkowska. She's got 76 kilos on the bar here. She also looked okay from what we saw in the warm-up.
Yeah, the 73 she took as the last warm-up looked very comfortable, so. Oh. She's done well there.
Yeah, she really has.
You watch from the side how she got right up on her toes.
76 kilos. Floaters clean, 76 kilos.
But still managed to keep her balance and stand up.
Representing Poland,
A little bit shaky, but 3 white lights. I think
It's like she's hurt her elbow a little bit too in that process. So
let's watch her go onto her toes.
yeah.
Oh.
Really had to work through the calves there to keep that together, didn't she?
Certainly not ideal.
So we won't keep that one for the scrapbook, but she made it, which is the important thing. She's on the board. And Victoria Walk from Poland rolls the bar back a bit. Oh, she looks strong there.
It was a nice smooth opener, that one.
Yeah.
Good lift, bulk 76 kilos. Voters, please.
She might go and have a chat to her teammate and say, that's how to do it. Imagine there's a bit of rivalry between the two of them.
Yeah, it's pretty tough when you're at international. I know in the New Zealand team we tend to take the attitude that you compete with your teammate, not necessarily against your teammate. So ultimately there's going to be someone who gets out on top, but if you've both done the best you can on the day, then you're happy for that individual.
More weight, please. 78 kilos.
So we've got Gavrilova, Russia.
Second attempt.
I suspect we're going to see these three lifters work out their own little battle within this before we move on to that next group of 5.
Yeah, absolutely. The only one that might come in is Raumanu from Tunisia if she doesn't move up.
So Gavrilova, Russia, 78 kilos. Second lift in the snatch. Another strong lift there.
Yeah, it really was. She started really well. Gavrilova. You see in the replay there was no deviation here. Nice strong pull, big stomp, hard catch.
Yeah, once she gets into that position under the bar, it's just very easy for her coming up, isn't it? So that weight's well and truly manageable for her.
We'll see here if there's any hangover from Rutkowska's last attempt.
So Paulina Rutkowska, second lift, first attempt at 78 kilos, women's 59 kilo in the snatch competition.
Yeah, hard to tell if she was a little bit hesitant. She just sort of waved her hand at her coach there. Whether she's lost confidence because of that first one where she hurt her elbow.
Yeah, I wonder how much that she did noticeably hold it after the first one, didn't she? But
yeah, she never really fancied getting underneath that.
So Walk, slap on the back there. Seems to be customary from the European coaches. Walk also attempting 78 kilos. So this little battle within a battle here. So both of the Polish girls
you can see
dip out
in real contrast to the Russian girl. You know, she was quite soft on that catch as opposed to when we saw Gavrilova, you know, nice and tight on that lockout. She didn't quite finish her pull either, so yeah. Rakowski's pulled out, so obviously that elbow has troubled her.
Yeah, yeah, she did reach straight for it after that first really awkward attempt there. So, I mean, I presume what she's doing here is giving her as much time as she can allow to possibly recover for the clean and jerk. Although we did see the Iranian athlete in the earlier event where he hurt his elbow. We thought he may come back for that, but he pulled out as well, didn't he? So,
yeah, that shouldn't like that. She'll be breathing a little bit cleanly through the nose after that one, I think.
Bit strong in the smelling salts.
I think so. They can be.
But she's taking plenty of time, taking the full minute has elapsed. So Victoria Volk from Poland. She's already seen her compatriot Helena Witkowska fail at her attempt at this weight, and Witkowska has pulled out after injuring her elbow. So we've got Walk, 78 kilos, second attempt at this weight, third lift in the snatch.
Yeah, better attempt. Careful.
So she gets 3 white lights there, despite a kind of taking a couple of steps there late in the whole process, but it's all good. The judges are happy.
Yeah, again, just started to relax a little bit, and then just let it go. Key thing when you drop the bar is to follow it down, but she gets away with the best of 78.
So as you predicted, Gavrilova still yet to lift, and we're now seeing Hamouni from Tunisia, 80 kilos.
Very powerful opening there.
Yeah. Good strong start for her.
Tunisia, 80 kilos. Lovers, 80 kilos once again. The final attempt of Russia.
So Gavrilova.
Very much like Gavrilova, this one. You know, it's a strong catch. Tight all the way through the left. Solid opener.
So Valentina Gavrilova, she steps up for her third and final lift in the women's 59 kilogram snatch competition. 80 kilos on the bar. Yeah, nicely under it. She's looked pretty good through that, hasn't she?
Yeah, it's a good little set there. Stepped away nicely, 5 kilo improvement. Again, you're seeing the difference. You know, we're seeing this a lot with the women, happy to build totals, whereas the men, you know, starting a bit high and really not giving themselves much room for margin, or margin for error, I should say.
So she's another one of those athletes who's gone through a bit of a transformation. Way back in 2016, she lifted in the 69 kilo class in the youth championships, European youth championships, and 2 years ago she dropped right back to the 58 kilo class for the same event. Now in the 59 kilos, of course.
Turkey. First attempt. Should be followed by Nicole Sintra, Brazil. She's moved up. 82 kilos, Brazil. Nicole Sintra, first attempt.
So a bit of coaching discussion out the back here.
Jakun, Turkey next.
Yeah, the Russians are. The Brazilians are scrambling because Sintra has lost her number, and the technical officials won't allow the lifter on the platform without their number.
Okay, so she's found the number here.
Yeah, there it is, flapping away on her left leg.
So clock's down to 34 seconds, so hopefully she doesn't have to rush herself too much here. Nicole Sintra-Lagos from Brazil, 82 kilos on the bar, her first attempt in the women's snatch. Yeah, well done.
Yeah, it was again nice strong opening lift there.
Yeah, sort of little distraction that can throw athletes sometimes. They run on a bit less time in the clock than they're hoping for, but she did well then.
Yeah, she just took her time once she got out there. She still had 30 seconds, so plenty of time, but got set, and this was a nice powerful lift again. Nice catch position, steadied herself. Didn't even have to step to control the weight.
So we have a second group of athletes entering the competition here. There's a group of 5. Kakin from Turkey amongst them. She's going to open her competition here with 83 kilograms on the bar. A good lift.
Yeah, another strong opening.
Wider grip there compared to some of the other girls.
Yeah, a little bit. Again, just different styles, slightly different body shapes. A little bit shorter than a couple of the girls we've seen already. But nice tight line. Bar's where it needs to be. Again, can catch it and stand up in the same position, which is a good sign.
Yeah. So also entering for her first attempt in this competition, the athlete from the USA, Brown. She's got 83 kilos on the bar here.
She's done well to save that.
Yeah. She had to work hard at the bottom there, didn't she?
Yeah, just rocked and rolled a little bit.
Brown, USA, 83 kilos. Lovers, 83
Might see in the replay here just what difficulty she had at the bottom and how she got out of them.
Just went back, but she was able to rock back onto her heels, get control, and then stand up. So that was a good save.
Ukraine, 84 kilos, first attempt. Ramuni.
So Brown's on the board. We only have 2 athletes yet to lift. One of them's coming out now. Timoshuk from the Ukraine. She'll make her first attempt at 84 kilos. We'll probably see these 5 athletes now sort themselves out into the positions before we even see the Chinese girl step up.
Yeah, I think so, Tim. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
it's a very strong
very
opener.
quick. Yeah, she's moved through that very easily, hasn't she?
She'll be looking now just to stay a kilo ahead and secure the, well, we think, the snatch silver medal.
So of those 5 women that we've just seen lift that we put in that second group, would you say that she's looked the strongest of them?
Yeah, I think the Ukrainian girl there looked the most comfortable there, the heaviest weight. There was no need to say, but having said that, Ramuni here also looked very powerful. So she's coming out with a 5 kilo increase.
So she's dead keen to get out there. She's up there before the loaders have even finished loading the bar. She's going to have an attempt at 85 kilos. Haven't even only just started the clock and she's very keen. 85 kilos, second lift, first attempt at this weight.
wasn't far off, but
Gold medal, Flamuni, 85
just a
kilos.
little bit in front, and she couldn't do enough to hang on to it.
Nicole
I think she'll
Sintra,
make the
Brazil.
correction.
This will be her second attempt. She'll be followed by Asakun Shakun, Turkey.
You just see that bar went away from off her hips just enough. She was on her toes, and once
Sintra,
again,
Brazil, 85
old
kilos.
mate gravity got involved.
And even though we've seen it once, very hard once they get onto the toes at the front there to get that momentum backwards, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So we've got Cinta Lagos from Brazil. Is her second lift in the competition, her first attempt at this weight. She's got 85 kilos on the bar. That puts her into first place.
Good lift, Sintra, 85 kilos.
Yeah, she's impressive, the young Brazilian. I say, youth lifter.
Yeah.
Only just turned 16.
Asakun Shakun, second attempt.
Very powerful, good bottom position.
Yeah, she's got a big future in front of her. As you say, still only 16, just turned 16 in April. So she's got a lot of room for improvement.
Third attempt. Shaima Blamuni, Tunisia. To be followed by Shakun, Turkey, at a heavier weight. Blamuni.
So the lift is with Ramuni for her second attempt at 85 kilos. Remains to be seen whether she might pass on that. She has. She's moved up. So
Four athletes calling for this.
Kakin from Turkey. She enters the gymnasium now.
This is her second attempt.
This is her second lift in the competition and her first attempt at this weight. 86 kilos on the bar, Kakin from Turkey. Women's 59 kilograms.
Good lift.
Yeah, she's pleased with it too. So that puts her temporarily into first place in the competition. Of course, this group of 5 girls, we think, depending on how the wall goes, really battling it out for silver and bronze.
Yeah, it was a very good lift again. Bar stayed nice and close. Nice strong pull. And a good strong catch.
Sintra, Brazil, next.
And at 86 kilograms, she equals her performance at the European Championships earlier this year, so she'll be well pleased with that. Maintaining her form throughout the 2019 season so far.
Thank you, loaders. Nicole Sintra, Brazil.
We'll see who flinches first here. They're all moving up to 87 because that's what they need to regain the lead in the snatch.
Well, we see Sintra's lifted her weight.
I think Brown now from the States is going to be the first to have a crack at 87.
Yep, so she's coming off a reasonably comfortable looking lift at 83 kilos. She's currently in 4th place. So this would put her in the lead.
So 83, she had to work hard. She really needs to execute this lift well. And she has.
She still had to work hard, didn't she? But
she did. It was a bit better than the 83 she started with. And puts her in the lead, so again, who's going to crack first? And now there'll be a whole bunch of them look to maybe take that extra kilo. Oh, Timoshuk's going to take 87.
She rocked right back onto her heels then, Brown, didn't she, and had to kind of correct that. So Timoshuk also taking 87. This her second lift. She's currently in 4th place. This will put her in 2nd place. She did that very easily.
Very easily.
Yeah.
Good lift, Timoshuk, 87 kilos.
You think she's undersold herself on that one, or she's building to the 90?
Well, that's where they've rolled the dice. So they've gone with the tie with the thought that, well, we've got one more to maybe move ahead. I mean, it was a comfortable lift. She's got nice elevation, strong catch at the bottom.
She's lifted 90 a couple of times before in the snatch in previous competitions. She was 3rd in the European Junior Championships in 2017. That was in the 63 kilogram class. And she also managed to lift 92 kilograms in the European Championships in 2017, also in the 63 kilo class.
She certainly looks capable. I mean, here's the first lifter that has now taken that kilo. So Ramuni to take the lead.
So this will put her into 1st position. 88 kilos.
And she's done it.
Yeah. That was a very strong lift too. She's pleased with it. So that's the lead changes yet again amongst this group of 5. That's the 3rd lead change we've had in the last 3 lifts.
There's 4 of them left though before we get to our Chinese lifter. That was an excellent lift.
So that was a good decision in the end. She missed at 85 and rolled the dice, went up to 88 and executed very well. Now, Sintra Lagos, who's been impressive through her 2 earlier lifts, she's also got 88 kilos on the bar. This will put her in 2nd place. Yeah, the duck walk going.
Yeah, and it was a press out at the very start.
88 kilos. Voters, please, 88 kilos, center the bar. Representing Turkey, 3rd attempt to the snatch. Asagum Shakun. To be followed by Peyton Brown.
And it starts with, she's trying to sneak under the press out, and then she starts to walk. And,
88 kilos, 3rd attempt.
Well, she'd be well pleased with that performance, though. She's improved 3 kilograms on her snatch at the 2019 Youth World Championships. So that's another impressive competition with Kakan from Turkey, 88 kilos.
Oh, she couldn't quite hang on.
So she'll remain currently in 4th place after that miss. The successful lifts of 83 and 86. Currently we've got Ramuni in the gold medal position, which is effectively, we think, the silver medal position.
2 lifters left before our Chinese athlete comes out. I think the bar will get moved to 89 here.
Timoshuk, she'll have to lift more than this. So
Brown's going to have a crack.
So Brown's coming out at 89. This will put her in the lead temporarily anyway in the snatch.
She's got a little bit better on each attempt here. She's going to have to do that again, I think, to make this 89. she done it there? She just possibly could have waited a fraction longer in the bottom, and but when as soon as she started to try and stand up, she favoured that right side, and then the bar went away from her. We'll see here. She did well to steady herself, like she did in the previous 2 attempts. So she got control, and it's a bit in front. That's where the problem was.
Yeah, she started to chase that, didn't she, across the platform, and she couldn't catch up to it. So that ends her contribution here. She's currently in 2nd place with a lift of 87 kilos behind Ahmouni of Tunisia. And Timashik, 89 kilograms. That was for take her into the lead currently, but she'll remain in 3rd place. And we would think, with Luo Xiaomin being so far in front, that 1st place is effectively silver, and Brown has secured the bronze there with that lift of 87 kilograms.
So by virtue of doing it before Tomoshchuk, so the gamble didn't pay off in that instance.
No. So the world record holder in this event steps up, 97 kilos on the bar. Set that world record just a few months ago at the IGAT Cup International Weightlifting Championships. They were held in Thailand in January. Luo, People's Republic of China, 97 kilos on the bar.
Shut the gate.
Yep. Game over. There's a bit of thanks for coming with that, isn't it, to the rest of the group? These women have battled it out, the 8 of them, for the last 45 minutes, and in she comes, one left, bang, competition over.
Yeah, that's an excellent first attempt. Bar nice and close.
Now, what does she do from here, though? She's clearly not going to lift 98 kilos, which is the automatic. She's up to 100.
Yeah. Again, maybe build towards maybe 101, maybe 102. And then a shot at 105. She's certainly nice and relaxed.
Yeah, she looks pretty comfortable there, doesn't she?
A little wave for the camera. And
are you surprised that she's only gone for 3 kilos here, or do you think that might be just part of the way that she operates, building maybe 3 this time and then 5 the next?
I think it'll go up again yet. I think they make the first change just to buy a little bit of time, and there'll be another change.
She looks very focused there, very calm. Doesn't look like that first lift took a great deal out of her.
No, everything about what she's done has been precise. I'm sure if we saw the warm out, that lift was just a continuation of what she's been doing.
Yeah, we see that go up now to 101 kilos. That makes much more sense as a stepping stone, doesn't it, to having a crack at the record.
Yeah, here we go. She's going to take the 101.
So the customary slapping from the coaches as they merge onto the gymnasium, take the platform. Luo, she's already the gold medalist in this event. She secured that with a lift of 97 kilograms. She's got 101 on the bar now. Very happy with that.
She's really impressive. You know, everything about what she's doing. She's in real control. She knows herself. She went from being nice and relaxed previously. We'll just watch this lift. And it comes up nice and straight. Bar's close. Doesn't have to move.
Yeah, she had a really good trajectory on that bar, didn't she?
Yeah. But yeah, like she was there. 1 minute she's smiling, she's waving at the camera, she's relaxed, and then when she walks back into her field of play, she's able to switch straight back into game mode. And
the Chinese athletes seem to have that habit as they address the bar of the little roar to, I don't know, to the crowd or to themselves to try and G themselves up.
Yeah, it often gets reciprocated by their teammates when they're in the crowd, so there's a real acknowledgement that you're not there on your own, you're part of a team, and it's all part of that pre-lift routine. But
we have a couple of Chinese spectators down in front of us who've been doing exactly that. So we've got a 103. Clearly that'll change.
Yeah, she's going to put 105 on the bar. There's no doubt about that.
She'd have to have a crack at that, you would think.
Yeah, that's clearly part of the plan. She's not here just to win medals.
No. There we go. That's gone up to 105 now. Clock's stopped there as they reload the bar. Just buys her those precious extra few seconds there. So the coaches have managed this pretty well as well, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, they've done everything that's absolutely like they needed to. I mean, it's a dream scenario as a coach when you know your athletes well out in front. There's no real pressure, and you can just stick to exactly what you're doing.
So this would be our second world record for the evening, after the Clarence Cummings broke the clean and jerk world record in the men's 73. Watching Liu Xiaomin from China, 105 kilos on the bar. Third and final attempt, a world record attempt here as she tries to break her own world record set in January this year.
Oh, not quite. Not quite. And of note there, Tim, only 1 kilo off the senior world record.
This is an athlete, as we watch the replay here, so what went wrong for her here? She just didn't quite get under that, did she?
No, she didn't finish the pull, so you know it's heavy. It's 105 kilos. She's 58 kilos.
Lifted the same, in fact, as Brown from the USA, but because she lifted it first, it's got ahead of her. And then even Cintralagos with 85. So if they can really build on that and improve in the clean and jerk, they're a chance for medal. We've got Walk now, 90 kilos. So she's away. Clean lift there.
Good strong opener. Yeah, I agree, Tim. There's only 3 kilos separating those 5 athletes. So, you know, any one of those 5 is a real chance of sneaking into a silver medal position and finishing the championship on a real high.
Well, that's right, and it seems it's going to go in the same direction as the snatch, where there's kind of Liu Xiaomin at the top with daylight, and it's a real battle between those 5 athletes, not just for the clean and jerk medals, but also to try and slip into maybe a total medal spot there.
Yeah, well, there's 5 of them battling for 2 medals.
Yep. So Walk will back up now. She doesn't have the buffer of her teammate, Rutkowska, who, as we said, withdrew after what looked like a nasty elbow injury in her second attempt in the snatch. So Walk will probably go right through here. 93 kilos. Pacing around the back. Maybe she's considering lifting that up.
Yeah, well, she's got the 95.
She has, yeah.
So they were just running it down to buy some time because they knew if it moved to 95, and then the Russian coach has just had a little sprint to the table there. I think he's going to move Gavrilova up. So we will see Walt next.
I've started the clock on Gavrilova, but we think that's going to change.
Yeah, there we go.
This is our Chinese athlete just warming up out the back. Lu Xiaomin, gold medalist already in the snatch. So it's back with Volk now. Slap, smelling salts. She got a bit much of that at one stage in the snatch, didn't she? I'm not sure she appreciated it the first time, but so she's on. She's got a good 30 seconds to compose herself now, and second lift, first attempt at this weight, 95 kilos. She looked pretty strong through that.
She did. She's been pretty impressive. She's, what is she? She's 4 out of 5. One left to go.
Once again, the 2-minute clock is ready for Victoria Hall. Poland, 96 kilos, third attempt.
It's a nice clean.
Gavrilova, Russia next.
And then she's very strong overhead.
Well, the real question for her here now is, does she up that weight to try and force Gavrilova to lift before her? Gavrilova waiting there. Yep, she's done it.
Yeah, she's gone up to 100. So that buys her quite a bit of time because there's a number of lifters that are coming out potentially on 100.
So we've got Ramuni and Timbershak also due to start at 100. So they may, of course, lift their entry levels, entry weights. So Valentina Gavrilova first lift, 98 kilos in the women's clean and jerk, 59 kilo class. She's been very competent tonight, hasn't she? 4 from 4.
Yeah, and very similar technically to her teammate from the previous session. You'll see here, when you watch the feet, really stomp into the platform, so she's got a good strong base to work off. And punches hard and straight overhead.
She's moved up. Loaders 100 kilos. Shaima Ramuni, Tunisia. This will be her first attempt at the signature. To be followed by.
So Ramuni now at 100 kilos.
Ready. Ramuni.
Good strong start there.
Yeah, she's very powerful, the Tunisian. She showed that in her snatches and it's continued now to the clean and jerk.
So silver medalist in the snatch. She's on the board in the clean and jerk, and she's currently in first place in the overall total. Still early days in the competition. So Timoshuk also electing to start at 100 kilos. This has got to help Walk, hasn't it? Buying her just those few extra minutes before she has to address this weight.
The Ukrainian power jerk theme continues.
Yes, it certainly does, doesn't it? She looked very good there, though.
She did. Clean was a little bit tough, but yeah, very strong overhead.
Yep, so she's on the board too. She's currently in second place overall with that clean and jerk of 100 kilos. So we've got Walk on the board, and we'd expect her to come out and take this and complete her 3 lifts. That'd be a pretty impressive effort there. This would better her 98 kilos at last year's European Youth Championships. And crowd starting to get behind her a bit here.
Yeah, well, she's only just turned 18, so.
Yep, final lift in the competition here.
Worked hard there to get through a sticking point.
She really did. Can she transition it here? No.
Always tough. Like when you really grind through that middle section of your clean to then stand it up and get composure. Well, she can be pretty happy with that performance.
Yeah, she's had 2 successful lifts in the snatch and 2 in the clean and jerk, so certainly really put her best foot forward today. She's going to finish with a total of 173 kilograms. That's just short of a European champion total last year in the 58 class. So we're with Gavrilova from Russia. She's got 101 kilograms on the bar.
Clean was good, but we'll see from the side. It looked like she just pushed the bar out in front on the jerk. Plenty of power, but
Russia, 3rd attempt. Hayden Brown, USA next, gonna have your weight.
So watch this bar. There it goes.
Yeah.
101 kilos, 3rd attempt.
Tried to make the adjustment by jolting her head forward, but it was too far out there.
She's moved up.
Not to be now. She's moved up.
For Hayden Brown, USA.
I suspect that the tactic there is just buying herself a little bit of extra time there.
Yeah, but it didn't look, to be a strength issue. It was more, I think, a technical one. So if she can drive that bar nice and straight.
102 kilos for Brazil and Nicole Sindra.
So
Next, Ukraine.
Brown has also moved up. Bronze medalist in the snatch. She's up to 103. So we've now got Sintra Lago, youngest lifter in the competition here. She's only just turned 16.
Yeah, we're going to see the same scenario here. Just each lifter, coaches jostling to try and stay 1 kilo ahead of each other.
.102 on the bar. Sintra from Brazil. Successful lift.
Yeah, strong opener there.
102 kilos. Voters, please.
Judges like it. Coach likes it. High five as she leaves. Timoshuk.
I think she goes up.
Yeah, she'll move up there, I'm sure.
Timoshuk's moved up.
There we go.
102 kilos. Representing Russia, 3rd attempt, Valentina Gavrilova. Hayden Brown, USA next.
So she might have been hoping for a slightly longer break there, Gavrilova, but Timoshuk's moved up from the 102, so Gavrilova will have to tackle this bar. This is her final lift in the competition. Said best of 80 kilos in the snatch, and so far best of 98.
Another good clean. Straight. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not gonna.
spoke too soon.
So I think the same thing happened there, didn't it? Looked like.
No lift, Gavrilova.
Again, the sideline will tell us.
Loaders, please, 103 kilos now.
It's just gone
103.
forward.
Peyton Brown, United States of America's first
Let's have a look.
Timoshuk, Ukraine, also wants the same weight. She's next. Peyton Brown,
She's in a good position. It was just when she went to recover that she's just sort of lost balance and lost the lift.
Well, that ends the competition for her with a total of 178 kilos, 80 in the snatch and 98 in the clean and jerk. We've now got Brown on the platform from the US. This is her first lift in the clean and jerk. She was the bronze medalist in the snatch, starting at 103 kilograms here. So successful lift there. Three white lights from the judges.
Certainly strong jerk. Worked hard. You can see Pyrrhus there saying, try and get out of the bottom quicker. Get the timing right. You can see here, she's got drilled a little bit, but kept the composure. It was certainly an excellent jerk.
It appeared just to me that she didn't quite get the bounce timing right out of the bottom there. Is that right?
That's it. That's really sort of crashed into the bottom a little bit, but again stayed tight enough that she could do that double bounce and stand up quite comfortably in the end.
Representing Tunisia, second attempt. Shaima Ramouni, 104 kilos.
So Ramouni now, the silver medalist
Next at the same weight.
in the snatch. She will attempt 104 kilos. The first lifter to lift at this weight.
Well, really all she has to be doing is matching the others, because she has that kilo lead from the snatch, but in this instance she's taken that extra kilo.
Yeah, well, this will put her ahead of Brown in the clean and jerk, and it will put her in the lead on the total as well.
Good.
Yes, she's strong with that jerk, isn't she?
She is. Again, had to work hard in the clean, and her hands moved quite a bit, but she adjusted well, and like you say, Tim, she was very strong over here. Watch her hands here. Fingers have come out, but she adjusts well.
104 kilos, second attempt. Brown next.
She was very patient there, wasn't she?
Yeah, and even though it was a little bit forward, she could just walk forward to save it. Okay.
Okay, so we've got Timoshuk now at the same weight. Very quickly into her lift, the Ukrainian. And the power jerk, she's done that nicely. So that's two confident lifts from her.
Well, they potentially learnt their lesson from the snatch. They took the extra kilo that time, so it put her above Brown from the USA.
Yeah, Brown's now in third position here, which is effectively fourth position with Liu Xiaomin from China yet to enter the competition.
And Kakin. We've still got the Turkish girl to come in.
We have as well, yeah. So starting to get towards the business end of this. We've got 10 lifts, 12 lifts left.
Okay, this is where the Turkish coaches obviously know that their lifters got a strong clean and jerk. They're just sitting back, watching the others go through. And here we go. We'll see.
106 kilos now. This will be the first attempt.
See Brown there. She's looks like she's rapidly trying to strap herself up.
106 kilos. Brown next.
I think Shakun's going to.
Yeah. I think Brown knows that too, doesn't she? She's kind of having a rush to prepare here.
106. Second attempt. Shakun next.
And the necessary 2 kilos to go over the top of Ramuni to go into that total lead.
No, she couldn't bounce her way out of that, could she, at the bottom?
No, you'll see in the replay that she never got a good rack position with the bar. It was always a little bit forward.
Her third attempt, 106 kilos, 2 minutes on the clock.
You'll watch. She never racked the bar in comfortably. Got rocked big time. She did well, but once she got pushed down, she was not going to get back up.
106 kilos is the weight. We're changing athletes.
So this is Timoshek with her final lift here. Should push her up to 193 kilos.
Which will give her the lead.
That would give her the lead in the clean and jerk and the total.
Oh.
Well, she's going to cling to second place there.
Once again, this time Peyton Brown, third and final attempt.
She's going to find it hard to stay in the medals there with Kakin yet to come in. Liu Xiaomin yet to come in.
Brown, USA.
Central Lagos another 2 lifts and Brown another 1 lift. So
yeah, Centro, the Brazilian's just sitting back nicely as well, biding her time.
yeah,
She's got to make up the most. She's at 85, so she's got to come 4 kilos over the top if she wants to get over the top of Ramuni at this stage. Nice little competition here, so we'll see if Brown can take the lead.
so this is Brown's second attempt at 106 kilos. Again, this will put her in first place in the clean and jerk and first place in the total.
Well, she's in trouble here. Ooh. Just about timed out.
No lift, Brown, 106 kilos. Floaters, 107 kilos, please. 107.
She looks disappointed there too.
It was so rushed in the end.
Yeah,
Just with about a second to spend, the same thing happened. She just got crunched in the bottom. But she's guaranteed a medal in the snatch.
Yeah, I mean, she looked like she was rushed both times there, doesn't she? Got caught on the hop, re-strapping her knee at one point. Had to come out quite quickly with only 30 seconds left, and then the same thing kind of happened then. Kakin now into the competition, 107 kilos. This is her first lift in the clean and jerk.
Yeah, nice when you can do that.
Yep. She's come in with a very authoritative lift there.
And that puts her in the lead overall now.
That does. Catapults her right into first place in the clean and jerk, and now first place in the total. There was nothing between this group of 5 after the snatch, so even though Kakin finished 5th in that, she's still well within reach of an overall medal and a medal in the clean and jerk. So this is the surprise packet here a little bit. 16-year-old Cintra Lagos, she's hung on for a long time in this.
Well, this will bring her right into contention. I think she's going to struggle ultimately to catch Shukan, but
wow, that's an exciting lift for her.
yeah, I think that's Tim, the way it's panning out, I think she's going to end up jagging a clean and jerk medal here.
Well, that lift takes her into, just waiting for that to come up on the scoreboard, 2nd in the clean and jerk, and she's moved into 3rd place in the overall. So still an outside chance there to sneak into a bronze overall, but she's in 2nd place currently for the clean and jerk.
Well, Ramuni here really needs to get this, otherwise she is going to leave the door slightly ajar.
Yeah, she's vulnerable here. If she misses this, she'll almost certainly miss out on a medal in the clean and jerk.
Well, she's been strong overhead, but that wasn't an easy adjustment. Oh, there we go again.
That's a great effort. That showed great patience, didn't it, between that clean and taking the jerk. So once again, the lead changes here.
108 kilos being requested by Asakun Shekun, Turkey, 2nd attempt.
That gives her 195.
Brazil at the same weight.
So she's in 3rd place now, still by virtue of being the 3rd lifter to complete that 107, but she's up in 1st place for the total, which is important really, because all things being equal, she got 2 positions potentially to drop down to, hasn't she, when Lure comes in?
Yeah, it's the, I mean, ultimately, snatch and clean and jerk medals are nice, but it's that total medal that you're after, and yeah, I think Shukan has certainly got the potential. She'll get, if 110 will put her over the top of Ramuni, but I'm not sure if Cintra's going to have enough petrol in the tank. She'll need 111.
Turkey, 110 kilos.
So this is to take the total as well as the clean and jerk lead.
It's halfway.
Yeah, good. Very strong.
Yeah. So that puts her into the lead in the clean and jerk and the lead in the total now, and forces Rambuni back down into currently 2nd position, but we think effectively that's probably the bronze medal position. So it all comes down now to, for those 2 minor medals, we think, to Central Lagos. And
yeah, the Shini's are 111.
well, she's put it up to 111 here, so she's moved up to have a crack at that.
Nicole Sintra, Brazil, third attempt.
Yeah. I mean, this will give her 2. This will give her a medal in the clean and jerk and a medal in the total, which would be a pretty exceptional performance for a young 16-year-old.
Well, she may still get a medal in the clean and jerk. She's currently in 2nd in that, so.
She is, yeah.
So she's probably going to drop down to the bronze medal there. Yeah. So this would be a nice little bonus for a double bronze. And as you say, the total's the real prize.
No. Oh, good girl.
Well done. No.
Worked so hard.
Yeah, she really did work hard to get out of that clean, didn't she? And really, she's in unknown territory a little bit here, having lifted 103 kilograms only earlier this year at the Youth World Championships in this same class. So that 107 is a PB for her, so the 111 is way out beyond, I think, where she's been in competition before. So full credit to her for getting out there.
And you say securing, because she did it before Ramani, she's going to take the bronze medal in the clean and jerk.
So, Kakin, 113 kilos on the bar here. It's a little too much for her, but she'll stay in 1st place in the clean and jerk, and currently still in 1st place in the total. Of course, we still have one lifter who has not even entered the fray yet. Her entry weight was 120 kilos. We see that's currently at 114 kilos. So she's dropped that down considerably for her entry weight.
Well, I think the key thing is nail this first one to give herself all 3 gold medals.
Yep. So assuming that Lyon makes this, that'll put her in the gold medal position in both the clean and jerk and the total. And just as in the snatch, comes in after 45 minutes of competition and just wipes the opposition away. She's holding her back there as she's walking away. Is that a worry?
I'm potentially coach there saying that's enough.
Bar is ready. 115 kilos, 2nd attempt. Loa Xiaoming, People's Republic of China. She has 2 minutes in which to start this attempt.
It was a strong lift. A little bit of grimace on the face. And you can see there that when she walked away.
Yeah, now if we can see what's happening at the back here, there might be some discussion with the coaches about whether that was an actual injury or maybe it was just a habit to hold the back, but she seems to be shaking her head. So another one of the Chinese officials there.
Yeah,
I mean, she's won the competition here.
They've said she wants to go back out, I think, but I think she's going to get overruled.
Well, I mean, the question is whether she's going to come back out and have a crack at a world record. It's 124 kilos in this division, so she's got to go up another 10. is that injury worth risking that for a world record?
Oh, T.O. not happy.
Are ready, 119 kilos, Loa Xiaobi, China.
So we've got an official in there who probably shouldn't have been there. It looks like they might be just going to let this run out unless they're going to.
Lowers 120 kilos, please.
Okay, so they are.
The athlete is the same, Loa Xiaobi. Big red plates, please. For the second attempt of Loa Xiaobi,
She's going to take it.
Well, if there was an argument out there, it looks like she's won it. So.
Yeah, she's certainly, well, she certainly showed real enthusiasm to get out there. I mean, a lot of the officials were trying to work out, but here she comes.
Yep.
Running up the platform.
Now, be a question here whether she's just too rushed with this, or let's hope not, in the worst case scenario, that she aggravates that injury. Oh, she nicely threw that, yeah.
She's gutsy.
Oh, she's gutsed it through there. Oh, and she's hurting, I think.
Good lift, Loa Xiaobi, 120 kilos.
She's gutsy.
Yeah, well, assuming she's come out of that all right, you'd think she'd have to have a crack at the world record here, wouldn't you?
People's Republic of China.
We could see the same shenanigans, I'd say.
World record for the clean and jerk in the junior category, 59 kilos, held by Rebecca Cole.
It was a better clean than the first one.
Yeah, it was much better, wasn't it?
She's declining her third attempt. No more lifts.
She just took her time to stabilise, but again, another good lift.
Loa Xiaobi not taking her
Well, she's pulled the pin now, so you know, clearly, I don't know whether she was shaking her arm, holding her up. So the athletes enter the gymnasium here, the National Gymnasium in Fiji, as we wait for the medal presentation ceremony. Five medalists in total here across the three categories. So a second medal this evening for the US. Peyton Brown winning the gold medal. The medal's presented in the snatch category by Tatiana Nabuka, who is the CEO of the Fiji Sports Council here. Sama Rahubi lifted very well, 5 of 6 successful lifts. A silver medal lift of 88 kilograms in the snatch. And she can be well pleased with her evening's work here. And no doubt about the gold medalist. Luo Xiaomin, gold medalist from China, with a lift of 101 kilos, just 3 kilos shy of her own world record set in January this year. And she was a very impressive winner. So China, Tunisia and the USA, the 3 medal winners in the snatch.
Now, the bronze medalist in the clean and jerk with a 107 kilo lift, representing Brazil, Nicole Sintra.
Youngest athlete in the competition, Nicole Sintra Lagos, Medals being presented here by Mr. Fred Wesley, who is the editor-in-chief of Fiji Times. Fiji Times, of course, a media partner here for the IWF Junior World Championships. And Sintra Lagos can be very pleased with her evening's work there. Lift of 107 kilos. Kakin from Turkey. Very strong lift at 110 kilos as well, securing her the silver medal in the clean and jerk. But there was daylight to this lifter, Lo Xiaomin. She came in at 114 kilos and swept the opposition away. Increased her lead to 120, and she declined to have a crack at the world junior record of 124 kilos after a minor back injury. See her getting very gingerly down from the podium there. So Ramoudi from Tunisia, after silver in the snatch, finishing in 3rd place overall. Medals being presented here by Maria Christoforidi from Greece, who is a multiple world and European champion and a world record holder.
96 kilos, representing Turkey, Asagul Shakun.
Asagul Shakun from Turkey, total of 196 kilograms. She finishes 2nd, wins a silver. That to go with a silver in the clean and jerk.
Gold medalist and world champion, representing the People's Republic of China with a 221 kilo total, Lo Xiaomin.
Lo Xiaomin, really comprehensive winner tonight. Really stamped her authority on this competition right from the start, and she is a comfortable winner of the women's 59 kilogram group here, and is a world champion, world junior champion.
Please rise to honor the winners' flags and the national anthem of the People's Republic of China. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations.
So Lu Xiaomin, the gold medalist in the overall for the women's 59 kilogram Group A here tonight. That concludes our competition here at the Fiji National Gymnasium and the Junior World Weightlifting Championships. Day 3 comes to an end. Tomorrow we can look forward to the women's 64 kilogram B starting at 10 o'clock. And the men's B 81 and 89 kilos starting at about 11:30. Then we'll get into the medal rounds with the men's 81 kilos, the women's